As early as the mid-19th century, people used metal cans invented by Brian Donkin to store food. Made of wrought iron but often proved heavy, rusty, and difficult to open. Soldiers shot the iron cans to get at the food inside. Canned food wasn't always something you could enjoy at home after a long day at work until the invention of the can opener in 1925. Salt and pepper are standard staples on the kitchen table, but pepper began with the Romans, and salt has been fought and killed over for 100 years. While pepper is not necessary for life, salt is, but pepper was a sign of wealth and stopped invading Goths and made a groom look like a billionaire of his time. Every brick and wood beam in our homes has a story to tell. It is a tale of American colonial history, the earliest days of the United States, and the pioneers who made it all possible. The use of wood in architecture dates back to the British colonies in North America. The earliest buildings were constructed using timber because settlers had no ready access to limestone. Initially, they would have built houses out of mud, held together with lime. But they did not have lime, and as a result, earlier houses were fragile. Wood and stone were used to build homes in the past because they were affordable and available. However, fashion also played a significant role in determining what material was used in a building. For example, brick was used during the past centuries because it was fashionable. In the early 17th century, brick became a standard material for building homes in the UK. Instead of transporting materials from far away, people could simply generate bricks at their construction site and build their houses out of locally sourced clay. In 1784, Britain passed a law that would have a lasting impact on the face of America. The country instituted a brick tax, which significantly boosted the price of brick and made it substantially more expensive to build new houses. This ultimately made bricks fall out of favor in construction. In the 19th century, the mattress didn't come with sleep numbers or Tempur-Pedic material. They came with rats, moths, mice, and bedbugs. Mattresses were made out of cloth stuffed with hair, sawdust, straw if you were lucky, feathers, and even dried sea moss. If sleeping on a lumpy, pokey bed wasn't enough to exhaust you, there was a superstition back in the day about orgasms weakening the body and causing fetuses to be born weak and men to be weakened. Women weren't allowed to have orgasms. It was a good thing the bed was miserable to lie in, and men weren't allowed to spill their seed unless it was in their wife, so they were instructed to wear a pokey ring to add to their lumpy mattress. Good times, hard life, not excellent sleeping conditions. The pagan Romans had bathhouses that included barbers and libraries, and it was a social place. It was a way of life, and no caste systems existed when you were at the bathhouses. However, Christian beliefs and thinking changed all that. Hot water opened the pores and allowed bacteria into the body, killing you. Christians believed that you were better off being dirty and muddy and keeping your pore clogged. People were covered in rashes and lice, but that was better than getting sick. It took the bubonic plague to get people to start bathing, and even then, it was maybe once a week. Baths weren't a luxury anymore, and they didn't come back into luxury fashion for hundreds of years.